Hey guys, I am coming to you guys with a little bit different of a video this week. As you guys can probably see from the title, I wanted to talk to you guys about my recent miscarriage. Forgive me if I start crying or my eyes get watery or I choke up, because obvious reasons. I don't think I need to explain myself. I want to start off with telling the audience that if anyone who's watching this is going through, has gone through, is in fear of having a miscarriage, you are not alone. The statistic 1 in 4 is not said just because it's a real statistic. It's a real thing. It can happen to anybody, any stage of pregnancy, any age. It doesn't matter who you are. I am a 23-year-old seemingly regular person. I have regular cycles, nothing crazy on those ends, and I had a miscarriage at 5 weeks. I kind of want to give you guys the whole rundown, you know, me and my husband's story. So we started trying the end of June, beginning of July of 2020, and I always feared not being able to get pregnant or having a miscarriage, and one of my fears was put to rest by getting pregnant, but the next fear was, you know, kind of happened. So we were trying for about 5 months before I got a positive pregnancy test. Fast forward to the week before finding out we were pregnant. I took a pregnancy test on Sunday, November 1st. And the test was negative, but that was fine. It was still several days before my period was supposed to start. I think it was 5 days before my period was supposed to start. So I, you know, went about my life. We had our regular week, and I tested again Friday, which was supposed to be the day of, or the day after my first day of my period. One test was negative and the other test was, it had an error. I was gonna take another test, but because the one was negative, I was like, no, I'm just gonna not worry about it. We celebrated our anniversary that Friday night, you know, wine, soft cheeses, all the things. And Sunday I woke up and I just could not get the idea of taking another test out of my head. So I did. That was November 8th. And on November 8th, to my surprise, the test said pregnant. Sorry that I'd be able to go further than this telling the story. It did only happen about 2 weeks ago. So I'm talking about it pretty rawly, if that's even a word. I'm talking about it pretty soon after it happened, because I just wanted you guys to be able to see my emotions, and I didn't want to forget anything. Not that I think I could, but so November 8th, we found out we were pregnant. Walter was sleeping, and I couldn't even believe it. Like, it was such a shock, because like I said, I really thought that I was gonna struggle with infertility. I tried to come up with a cute way to tell him, but also be able to get him on camera, and honestly I failed. I got it on camera by telling him we were gonna vlog for the day, so the camera was on, and that's how I got it. I have a list of cute ways that I thought I could tell Walt, and literally none of the ways on the list were the ways that I went. We celebrated, we were happy. Walt wanted me to take more tests because I actually only took one. So we went to the BX and we got more tests, and we walked around the baby section and we looked at like baby monitors and just all of those kinds of things, and we got really excited. Went home, took another test. I think I took 2 more tests after he found out, and they were all positive. So Monday I call a midwife and talk to her about getting an appointment, and that ended up not working out because insurance. That's fine. And I feel like now I don't even, I told my mom and I told friends and stuff like that between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of a situation. Everyone was really happy. Wednesday we celebrated our anniversary, or we tried to. I ended up cutting my finger. Don't mind the red, that's paint. But I ended up cutting my finger, cutting celery, and that was it was really bad. It wasn't good. That was my first time being concerned about the baby, because when I go through traumatic things, like most people when they go through traumatic things, like their body doesn't react well, but when I go through traumatic things, I feel like my body acts especially wild. And I wasn't, my whole body just was like kind of like shutting down and just not doing okay. It was stressing out, and I was concerned about the baby. So Thursday we had our appointment with the doctor on base, or the nurse on base, and to confirm my pregnancy, and it was confirmed. And then that night I had spotting, but I know spotting can be normal during the beginning of pregnancy, so I didn't stress too much. But then I went to sleep and woke up on Friday, and it wasn't just spotting, there was a lot more blood. I don't want to get too graphic for you guys, because I know that people I grew up with and family and stuff watch this, so but there was a lot of blood, and I called the nurse that I had talked to the day before that confirmed my pregnancy. She told me that I had 3 options. I could go to the emergency room, I could wait it out and see, or I could come in and take a test called a quant test, which is when they take your blood one day and then wait, I think like 48 to 72 hours, take your blood again and compare the HCG level. If you are not miscarrying, your HCG levels will increase, and if you are, they will decrease. I wanted to do that because I felt like that would be the best option for me. I didn't want to do nothing, but I didn't want to go to the emergency room. So went out on Friday, did that, and we spent the whole weekend. Well, it was extremely optimistic, but I did not stop bleeding, and I was bleeding very heavily, and more so than I even do on a period. So I just knew that it wasn't a good sign. Monday came, went to the doctor's, took the second half of my quant test, and when we're leaving the doctor's office, I see a rainbow, or actually Walt sees the rainbow, and I tell Walt that that without a doubt was our baby saying hello. I had been journaling once I found out I was pregnant in the notes in my phone, and when I started to believe that I was miscarrying, I told the baby to stop by and say hello every once in a while if it felt like it. And the fact that that rainbow appeared when we were leaving the doctor's office, I just know that that was our little angel baby. I was calling the baby an angel baby before this even happened, so that's probably how I'll refer to them. So we both go to work on Monday, and about an hour before the doctor's office closes, I decided that I'm calling because I didn't want to go another day without being for sure, being 100%. So I call, and my HCG levels went from an 18 on Friday to a 3 that Monday, which confirms that I miscarried. So it was confirmed, and we just had to cope from there. I continued to bleed for a few more days. And now we are just kind of dealing with that. I was YouTubing the heck out of like miscarriages and, you know, just like why this could have possibly happened. And after doing, you know, Dr. YouTube, I think that I had a chemical pregnancy, which a chemical pregnancy is when the sperm and the egg meet, but they haven't implanted yet before, you know, you find out you're pregnant. So pregnancy tests are extremely sensitive to HCG nowadays and can detect very, very low amounts even before the implantation has happened. So that's probably what happened with me. Was I found out for implantation and the baby just never made it to that point, which doesn't make me feel any less sad that this baby is not going to be a part of our family next July, but it did make me feel better in a way. Now that I told, you know, the whole story of that, I kind of wanted to share my feelings of guilt, just everything that happened throughout, because I feel like, or I know that a lot of moms to be feel really guilty when they have miscarriages, and you shouldn't, especially when it's this early, especially if it was a chemical pregnancy. There's nothing you could have done differently to save your baby, and that's so hard to hear and to even say, because the moment you find out you're pregnant, you want to do everything in your power to make sure the baby's okay. I mean, you should have seen Walt not very long after finding out we were pregnant. He was going through our refrigerator and saying how we were throwing all the bad things away, and I was gonna eat healthy, and I needed to like exercise, and like I would have done anything for this baby. And to hear that there's nothing that I could have done, there's nothing I could have done to save this baby is kind of hard. But that's just the reality of it. And honestly, like, I think that even though it sucks to hear that, there also should be some comfort in knowing it wasn't your fault, because in my head, me cutting my finger led to a miscarriage. Me, you know, jokingly saying, of course this baby would be born in July. That's my birthday month. Like, I hope this baby isn't born on my birthday. That made me feel so guilty, because it's like, I said that, and now the baby's not gonna be born in July at all, because baby's not coming. And even though I said that, I secretly was so excited for the baby to be born in July, because I knew that I just felt like I could relate. And you know, cancers are notorious for being emotional, and I was so excited at the idea of being able to relate to this baby, because I mean, clearly I'm an emotional Cancer, and I just knew that I thought about anything. I thought about the baby going through a breakup, not being able to make friends, anything. I was like, I feel like I would be so perfect in these situations, because I am just as emotional as the stereotypical Cancer is. And if this baby was born in July and was a Cancer, I don't know. I know that it's crazy. I used to think like, oh, the Cancer, Leo, whatever, like those things aren't real. But the more that I read like my daily horoscope and stuff like that, the more I was like, okay, I get it. Yeah, this is a real thing. The personality thing is a real thing. So I was really excited for that. And you know, I felt like it was my fault. I was like, oh, if I didn't say that, if I didn't cut my finger, if I didn't, you know, whatever it was. But the truth is, nothing could have changed the outcome of this. And what I can say is advice for anybody who may be going through this or has a fear of going through this, or, you know, might get pregnant in the future. Don't think that you shouldn't share your pregnancy, because another thing that I thought when I found out I was miscarrying was, oh my God, I have to go back and tell all these people that I'm no longer, that there's no longer going to be a baby. And luckily I didn't have to tell everybody. I told a few people, and I was able to like delegate, like my grandparents being told, and you know, certain people being told. To my mom, she told them, which was really helpful. And everyone was extremely supportive. Just everyone that knew already, it was really helpful. Well, and I wouldn't have been able to do this if it was just the two of us that we were able to lean on. Of course, we are the main people that we lean on, but my best friend Mallory, being able to FaceTime and talk to her for hours about nothing. My friend Lexi, she texted me, she just recently got engaged. She texted me about, you know, her wedding plans, and you know, about getting her hair colored, and like just stupid things that like they kind of don't really matter, but like not the marriage thing, but like talking about like getting her hair done. But honestly, talking about what color she should color her hair, and my friend talking about, you know, what her daughter did that day was so helpful, because it just got my mind off of what I was going through. But what was great was, if I needed to break down in the middle of a conversation about what color my friend was dyeing her hair, I could. I didn't have to fake being happy. I didn't have to fake that I wasn't going through something. I was able to cry on the phone with them. And I have another friend who experienced pregnancy, baby loss, and she was really helpful too. One of the most helpful things that anyone told me was that I was that baby's mother for as long of a time as that baby needed me to be. I was that baby's home, and no one can ever take that away from me, and that I am now and forever a mama because of that baby. And that just meant a lot to me. I so appreciate my best friend for saying that. And before she said that, she was like, I don't know the right thing to say, but, and then she continued on saying that. I was like, that was the exact thing I needed to hear, and I didn't even know it. Speaking of that, if you are going through miscarriage and you're frustrated that nobody has the right thing to say, there is no right thing to say. Please do not put that weight on anybody, that they need to have the right thing to say. 100% talk to everybody and cry to everybody who is there for you, but don't get frustrated when they don't know what to say, because how could you ever know what to say? If you are going through it, think about what my best friend Mal said. That baby will always be your baby. There's no way in any other world that that baby was anyone else's. And for the time that it was alive in you, it needed you. There's no way it could have survived any other way. And you are forever a mama, and I have faith that you and me and we will, like all of us, will have the opportunity to meet a baby earthside. And also, that doesn't, once you do get pregnant again, or if you've been pregnant before, or whatever your situation is, that doesn't take away from this baby. This baby has its own soul and will always have, you know, a part of you. I don't know, I am rambling, but yet I feel like I'm missing so much that I need to say. So I think I'll end it here, because before editing, I don't know if I'll edit very much of this, but before editing, I'm seeing the time says 21 minutes. So I am going to end it there, and if I have anything else to say, I'll I'll either add to this video, I'll redo this video, or maybe this will just be a series. But know that you aren't alone. That baby needed you. You will always be a mama. You have your significant other to lean on, and if you don't have a significant other to lean on, you have your family, your friends. If you don't have family and friends, you have me. You can comment down below and I'll be sure to respond. And we got this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.